Alright. I want to say Kahola Hawa by Shimi Hawashai by Shima Kakadash. Brakati Hawa, Brakati Hawashai, Brakatara Kakadash. I'm going to get the ones, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. They continue to teach me this truth and hold it well. Shalom. Now, this is your little brother, Kashab, coming back at you with another video for the day. And mainly, this is going to be kind of like a pseudo testimony video. So, like, I want to say maybe last week. Yeah, last week. Like maybe Monday, I went out with a little buddy of mine, an old friend from back at elementary school, and we just we chopped it up and whatever. We talked about the usual. What school did he go to? Because I didn't really talk to him like that in high school. I asked him what high school is he going to. What's he doing these days? The good old. You know what I'm saying? The basics. And we get on the train or whatever. He comes visits me by my house. We take the train. And when we're on the train, you got one person, right? And it's clearly this special ed, this sped. They're psychos. One guy is like, Jesus, Jesus, and he's like, Jesus. Someone else is screaming Michael Jackson. He's like, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Now I know you bugged out your goddamn mind if you're saying Jesus. All right, that's how you know for sure that this nigga is being oppressed by some demons, because the letter J is a Renaissance letter. Okay, and you can catch that on Apostle Tar's channel. What is the Mark II? What is the 666 Mark II? All right, that'll tell you, all about that, man. And then I found this article here because I wanted to look up more about it. And actually, before I get into that, I have an aunt in Woodhall, man. And of course she'll never tell me. She doesn't really tell me like that, but my mother knows that down at Woodhall, they opened up and started letting people go from their mental health department, like letting the mental health patients go, and now they're all over the subways. They're all over the trains. Luckily they're not really in the buses. I haven't found. But niggas on the bus don't play that shit. You come on the bus making that noise, hollering, they kick your ass and they might kill you, man. All right, because even in New York City, not anymore since the pokey poke. But I remember getting on the bus and one guy didn't have his mask on, and they hollered at him, man. They said, "Yo, you got to get off the bus, man," and they wouldn't let him on. And luckily someone gave him a mask, and he put his mask on and he sat down. But the fact of the matter is, this city is falling apart, man. All right. So you see the article. New York City Transit Union reports 3 incidents involving people with mental illness in 24 hours. Which just will make you, from just looking at this alone, you're not really from the city. You'll think, oh, this is just a very closeted thing. No, this shit's on a daily basis, man. Like people getting pushed into the tracks. Even pre Crown Vic Royale, that was going on, man. All right. Video from the Broad Street Station subway. From the Broad Street subway station shows an emotionally disturbed man who had locked himself inside a train operator's cab, refusing to open the door for workers and yelling profanity. The man halted train service for 90 minutes, according to the Transit Workers Union. The MTA says another person suffering from mental illness violently banged on the operator's door window on Wednesday at the Crown Heights station before jumping between train cars. At a third incident, someone pulled emergency brake at Barclays Center before kicking out a window of the train car and running into the tunnel. 3 incidents in less than 4 hours involving people threatening to harm NYCT employees is a stark reminder to why the city needs to surge essential mental health services and police officers ASAP, the MTA said in a statement. Alright, well, we're not going to read the rest. We don't care. But that whole defund the police and that whole bullshit, and the people pressing the police officers and calling them names and throwing shit at them and defiling their cars, and you know, um, look what happened now. Now, I'm not gonna get the article. I don't really give a shit about the cops, but the cops are dealing with 50% staff. Man, they lost 50% of their staff during the Crown Vic Royale. So what else do you think is gonna happen, man? I'm gonna get a scripture, and then I'm gonna keep going on. I don't really want to go this entire video without bringing any scriptures out. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse yeah, I think I'll go here. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled, and the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore the curse hath devoured therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, few men left. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, and all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. So, as going into this land, man, this hasn't happened yet. The land hasn't been baptized in fire as of yet. It hasn't been flooded with fire, with nuclear fire as of yet. But over time, we're falling and we're witnessing the fall and desolation of the society. It's especially important that's happening in inner city New York, because this is like the lifeline, man. This is like the place to be in all of Babylon, man. Report theoretically the place to be, because I'll tell you right now, man, if you thinking about living here in Brooklyn, I mean, I understand if you go and live in, like, I don't know, a place you want to just get to work quicker or something. You just want to get a little place in like the projects or something, so you have an easier time getting to work. Yeah, I get that, but you really shouldn't come down here, man. This city's gone to shit. Just look at Citizen and you'll just see fucking crazy man after crazy man after crazy man, just over and over and over again, man. Moving on. Yeah, I was gonna go into second Esdras. I think I'm gonna go to Numbers, the 24th chapter. Alright, so this is Numbers 24, verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that hath dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Okay? Let's go on to these Edomites, these Amalekites. And the Amalekites do come out of the Edomites. Right? And Amalek is just coincidentally happens to be the Primarch, I guess I could call it Primarch, of the modern day. I guess I don't think YouTube's gonna fucking block me for calling them Jews. Yeah, they're not the real Jews; they're the false Jews. But for the Jews, right? For these Tanakh, Talmud reading Jews, man. These false Jews that pray to Lucifer, man. When you look at the Rosenthal papers, man, all right, that's what they are, all right. But going back into that, man, this land is gonna become a possession. It's gonna be destroyed. We're gonna own this land, all right. It's gonna be destroyed and utterly spoiled, okay. But going further into it, a couple of days ago, I think I said this in another video, I went to go to the dentist to get a little filling thing, which I can't believe I fucking got a cavity, because now they got this filling in my mouth and I'm gonna be going to the dentist damn near the rest of my life. So really, I'm really looking forward to the kingdom, man. I cannot fucking stand this fucking shit. All right, but going back into it, you know, we I was on the bus, and the bus, I had to go to King's Plaza, and I live all the way in Ocean Hill, so that's like 30 something stops. That's like, um, I pretty much went from one side of the city, one part, all the way past at least a couple neighborhoods. You know, I think I went through Flatbush a little bit. You know, all just it took me. It was really long, right? And as I was sitting on the bus, I don't like to use my phone on the bus, so I was just mainly looking around. And when you look and see, you see the a lot of the streets, like the trees have grown low. You know, you can see, even when I was walking around a couple of days before that, just walking around randomly, just getting some exercise in. You can see bottles on the ground, just dog shit. You know, um, just absolutely disgusting. The city is really is falling apart. The labor workers are doing absolutely nothing to really clean up and sanitize the city. Now that's my part. That's in Brooklyn. Now, of course, you go down to goddamn um, Manhattan, or you go to the Heights, or you go to downtown Brooklyn. You know full well that them streets are they're not that clean, but they're relatively clean. All right, no one's they aren't letting that fall to disrepair. But where I'm at in Ocean Hill and in Brooklyn, man, you know they ain't cleaning that shit up. But it's all prophecy. This country's falling apart. The lifeline of Babylon is falling apart. Which we don't really care too much about. Americant, okay, because this country is still a satellite nation for Amalek, i.e., Israel, as well as for England and the Rothschilds. This country is literally just a satellite nation, it's just a puppet nation, man. Who's really pulling the strings are those Israelis and those Rothschilds, man. All right, that's all I got for today's video. I'm gonna say all blessings, honor, and glory be to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Shalom.